I don't think most people fully appreciate just how revolutionary artificial intelligence really is. We are living through a technological shift that is coming at us at warp speed, faster than personal computing, faster than the internet, faster than the smartphone. And unlike those earlier waves, AI isn't just changing how we communicate or how we shop. It is fundamentally reshaping how we run businesses, how we manage our finances, how we approach our health, how we negotiate and enforce contracts, and how we detect and mitigate risk, especially in the world of anti money laundering. We are watching entire industries rewire themselves in real time. Decisions that used to take weeks of professional analysis can now be completed in minutes. Insights that used to be locked behind layers of expensive expertise are now accessible to anyone willing to ask the right questions. And the gap between the people and organizations that embrace AI versus those that resist it is going to widen faster than most of us can imagine. I want to share some personal examples from my own life that illustrate exactly what I'm talking about because this isn't theory for me. These are real things I have done with real results in just the past several months. The first happened during my annual physical. I decided to take my annual physical lab work and compare them against 14 years of my historical records. Instead of looking at just 1 year in isolation, I uploaded everything and asked AI to run a full analysis. I asked it to flag anything I should be concerned about, identify any trends that looked alarming, and recommend specific actions I could take to address whatever it found. Within minutes, the system produced a 10-page report. I shared that report to my doctor. After he read through it, he told me he agreed with every single conclusion the AI had reached. Think about that for a moment. A decade and a half of medical data analyzed in minutes, and the output was good enough that a physician with years of training endorsed it without reservation. The second example involves my personal and corporate tax return. My accountant had just delivered it back to me, 97 pages, extremely complex, covering my company global radar, real estate holdings, and a number of other moving pieces. Honestly, the thought of sitting down and parsing through all of it was overwhelming. So instead of spending days on it, I asked AI to review the entire redacted document and flag any recommendations, corrections, or changes that would affect my tax liability, taking into consideration on the most current tax rulings. The analysis came back within minutes, and it identified an opportunity to enhance and correct the returns. The third example was a contract review. I asked AI to evaluate every element of a contract I was party to, specifically to identify the circumstances under which it could be terminated and to outline any associated termination costs. Within minutes, I had a clear answer and a path forward to terminate the contract with the minimum possible fees. No back and forth with attorneys, no waiting weeks for an opinion. Just a clean, well reasoned analysis I could act on immediately. The fourth example was a digital presence project. I asked AI to evaluate my LinkedIn profile, my company's YouTube channel, and our company website. Based on its recommendations, we updated both LinkedIn and YouTube first. Historically, our YouTube videos had averaged about 100 views each. After implementing the changes the AI suggested, our very next video went from 100 views to over 15,000. We then expanded the project to include our website. The AI reviewed our own site, analyzed every one of our competitors' sites, and then worked directly within our website platform to implement every improvement it identified. The increase in engagement, traffic, and credibility was immediate and measurable. When I step back and look at the cumulative impact of just those four projects, it is staggering. They help me address real health concerns, real financial decisions, real contractual obligations, and real tax exposure. Collectively, they saved me hundreds of thousands of dollars, gave me peace of mind about my health, and put my business in a much stronger position. And every one of them was something I could have done the old way, paying multiple specialists, waiting weeks or months, and still not getting a unified picture. AI compressed all of that into a matter of minutes. But of everything I have done with AI, my 15 project, the project I am most proud of is the work we have been doing to help companies dramatically improve their compliance oversight, sharpen their focus on the risks that actually matter, and meaningfully reduce their costs. This is where I think AI is going to have its most profound impact in the world of money laundering and financial crime prevention. We have successfully harnessed artificial intelligence and machine learning to solve one of the most persistent bottlenecks in the entire compliance industry, the manual burden of alert clearing. For decades, compliance teams have been drowning in false positives, chasing thousands upon thousands of dead end alerts generated by rigid, rule based systems that simply cannot tell the difference between a real risk and noise. By moving beyond those rigid systems, we built a solution that intelligently identifies entities within messy, unstructured data and applies advanced phonetic and distance matching to catch the risks that traditional tools miss entirely. The result is a transformative shift in efficiency, gains of up to 30,000%, paired with a dramatic reduction in noise that drops customer escalation rates to as little as 1/10 of 1%. It is honestly incredible to see how much compliance fatigue we can eliminate just by walking away from those old school manual methods. 30,000% efficiency gains literally make the process 300 times faster than traditional controls. But the real game changer for the bottom line is the reduction in false positives. By filtering out the noise, we can drop escalation rates to as low as 0.1%. That means for every 10,000 searches, your team is tied up with just 10 genuine risks instead of thousands of dead ends. Your most experienced people stop wasting their days chasing ghosts and start spending their time on the threats that actually matter. That is the part of this technology that excites me the most. AI is not just about making things faster or cheaper, although it certainly does both. It is about freeing human beings to do the work that only human beings can do: the judgment calls, the relationships, the strategy. The repetitive, low value work that has consumed careers for decades is finally being lifted off our shoulders. So, yes, AI is moving at warp speed. Yes, it is going to fundamentally change business, finance, health, contracts, and risk mitigation. And yes, the gap between those who lean in and those who hesitate is going to be enormous. My recommendation, based on everything I have personally experienced, is simple: stop watching from the sidelines. Start using these tools today on real problems in your own life, in your own business, and see for yourself what is now possible. The technology is here, the results are real, and the opportunity has never been greater. Thanks for letting me share some recent events that have really blown my mind. It's only going to get better, and you need to make sure you partner with the right team.